It's Fandom Friday. Yo! Hey guys, welcome in. I'm Zordon of Doom. I'm a singer-songwriter and I make content here on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch and I have music up on Spotify, Apple Music, and here on YouTube. If you'd like to check out anything I do, all links are down in the description. But yeah, if it is your first time here, I would like to welcome you to another Fandom Friday in which I react to music from different fandoms I'm a part of, fandoms that are recommended to me by you guys. And this is actually my first video of 2026. Please don't mind the Christmas theme. It is oddly the 25th when I'm recording this. December 20th. It's Christmas, literally. So I'm still in the festive mood, but this is dropping in the future. I'm waving to you from the past. Anyways, today I will be doing a reaction to Yorushika. This song, apparently, just based on the comments, was released like 8 years ago. So the name of the song, I believe, is Hachigatsu bo月明かり, which means August, a certain day, Moonlight. I haven't heard the song before, and after 8 long years and people really enjoying the song, they finally released a music video to go with the song on Yorushika / Enbuna's official YouTube channel. It looks like this is an animation. I'm unsure if there's an English translation. Regardless, if there's one on the video, I do want to search for the English translation and go line by line so I understand the song a bit more. As a songwriter, that's something really important to me, and it's also really fun. Alrighty, so here is the music video. It says here, Yorushika Hachigatsu bo月明かりofficial video. Alrighty, let's get into this in 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, we started off with the Yorushika logo as well. On what looked like cologne. That looked like a train. Ooh, this guy looks tired. Whoa, that was really cool transition. Makes me wanna sit up straight. His lips are also like dry. Ink? The worst. Oh man. This is so well animated. Aww. Oh, it looks like he's not in a good mental like headspace for sure. I wonder if he's a writer because of the ink, or a mangaka. Alcoholic? Man, this bass line. Whoa. Ooh. like the bottle is... Oh, that kind of reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. Oh. Chills, the piano. I definitely want to look for the English translation. Going back to... Oh. Holy crap. This is definitely one of those songs where what you're hearing is totally different, and when it comes to the music, the upbeat, the way that the music is perceived feels like it's a happy song, but the lyrics are not that. And neither is the music video. There's something deeper. And there's so much symbolism in this video. You can tell from the get-go that our main character is not doing well. He's not okay. He's mentally not all there. He's at his limit. We don't know why he's gotten to this space, but there's just something about the way he looks. He has eye bags. His lips are chapped. He's not taking care of himself. His shoulders are slumped over so much because of the weight of the world that is put upon him. And the imagery that flashes of him, and the imagery, the transitions of him, and then like very beautiful art. We will get to it later on in the video, but there's this beautiful art, but it 100% represents his emotions and not wanting to live anymore, not wanting to be here anymore. This first shot is him blinking and looking at this bottle, which has the Yorushika logo on it. I initially thought this was a cologne and then an alcohol bottle, but very early on, but then when it fills, the liquid is black. So my brain immediately went, oh, it's an ink bottle. 50 milliliters, it says right here on the bottle. And in this first shot, not only do we see it, but we see 3 ants. And I feel like these ants sort of represent this guy not really taking care of himself, not taking care of the space that he's living in. As we get towards the end of the video, and we actually see the ant, I think there's also a deeper meaning behind it. But yeah, there's so much symbolism in this video that I actually want to go not just line by line, but I want to dissect what I'm seeing as well. I found a website that has the English translation for it. In the beginning, he opens his eyes and the bottle is brought into focus, and then he closes his eyes and it transitions to our title screen. And we get the first line, "Nani mo iranai," which translates to "I don't need anything." And then we have this beautiful instrumental, and the shot pans down the street. I'm wondering, with how much detail is in this shot, it makes me think this is an actual place. Like they went on location, took pictures, and then they drew it from reference. And then this transition is almost like a slide from train to flowers. It feels like it's showing us locations where the main character sort of walks every day. And then here we have the ants eating at something. And then after those slides, It slides into the train passing, and then we get a first glimpse of our main character. And he's here holding the ink bottle, which I feel like is a representation of his mental state and possibly even his stress levels. So right here, he's empty, but he already looks disheveled and tired with eye bags. Lips are chapped. Maybe he's on his way to work. This is what I was talking about earlier, this beautiful transition into this artwork, along with the upbeat music. When the barrier goes up, the piano, the guitars stop, and it's the bass, and it feels like it's muddying what was supposed to be, or what should have been, or what sounded like an upbeat, fun song. The sound even moves into a minor key, which makes you think that something's wrong. Like, you look at this, looks beautiful, but there's something not entirely right with it as well. You can see this watercolor painting of a beautiful sky on his shirt. And then there looks to be a child, possibly him when he was younger, or who he used to be. The child may be inside of him in the middle. But when you look up to where the face is, it looks like white paint or white ink has been sploshed on his head and is dripping down and sort of destroying the otherwise beautiful watercolor painting, which makes you think that there's something going on inside of him. Mentally, he's not okay. Or it could also be a representation of what he feels like his mind is. His mind is breaking. He's melting. He's falling apart. The youth that he had is no longer completely there anymore. And maybe he just wants to erase his existence. But yeah, you also have this long wire across the screen as well. This connector. And then we have the actual title screen. And then we get to the first line of the first verse on this beautiful blue sky. You can also see the wire that was along his shirt here. My heart was noisy. My breath caught whenever I walked. It sounds like he's exhausted. I ran from my first part-time job. This is obviously a story of this man. This also explains why he's exhausted, why his heart is pounding. He ran so fast that, like, he's completely out of breath. In my music and my life, whatever it was, I also find it interesting that when she sings in my music, the bass starts playing. This is the bass's part, whereas the first two lines were mainly guitar and drums. Unpleasant things just keep increasing, and he closes his eyes. So he's realizing that no matter what was happening, he's thinking about all of the bad things that have happened in his life. No matter what happened, things just keep going wrong. And I feel like this is something very relatable to a lot of people, where no matter what you do, life just throws crap at you, you know what I mean? And this character is sort of thinking about that. He's going through these emotions. He's stopping to think between part-time job, why is my life like this? Almost. Sometimes there's nothing you do to deserve any of what you are going through, you know what I mean? I'm just realizing, is this him holding up the bottle to his eye? So it's almost like instead of looking through a clear sky, he's looking at the world through this bottle. And this bottle is like a barrier from the freedom that the sky sort of represents in this sequence. And then we have flashes when the drums really pick up of the bottle again, and then a flash of his workspace. And then this, he's writing. It's almost like a diary. A certain August, moonlight, I took off on my bike. So this is almost like he's writing in his diary or his journal. It's interesting because the lyrics say I took off on my bike, but he's walking slowly. I thought he was holding a bag of groceries, but it looks like a bag of alcohol. You can see his posture. He's not looking up at the sky anymore. The bridge at Higashi Fushimi Station, Kodaira Fujimi Street, and the shopping district. I wonder if these are the names of the places that he rode on this bike on this particular day. It also makes me wonder if the places in this video R of Fushimi Station, Kodaira Fujimi Street, and the shopping district. Wonder if this is exactly what that looks like there. The night wind tickled at my nose. This pain in my heart must have been just my imagination. It seems like he doesn't quite understand why he's going through what he's going through. He's talking about this pain in his heart. Something is missing, and he doesn't really understand why. Depression can definitely do that. There's a multitude of different things. If you don't understand your emotions, don't understand what it is you're going through. Sometimes there are moments where, like, you feel like life should be fine, especially by society standards, but you're not fine. You don't really understand why. You have this, you're able to do that, but it's not well enough. It's not good enough. You could be better. There's always someone better. There's so many different things that could sort of pull your mind to feel like you're inadequate, but you're alive. But even then, you still feel like you're not okay. And that's unfortunately something a lot of people don't think about or don't try to address. They just try to pretend that it doesn't exist. I understood that. I pretended to understand. So he's thinking that this is all in his head. Yeah, I shouldn't be feeling any pain. There's this weird tickle, this weird itch that he can't scratch. And I feel like in the lyrics, it's the wind that tickles his nose. I think in the video, it's this bottle, this empty bottle that's sort of out of place and he doesn't know what to do about. And so it's kind of bothering him. He's looking at it, it's empty, and he's like, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with this. It's okay. I don't have a problem. He's holding a bag full of, I thought it was alcohol, but I guess it's just empty jars. Maybe he feels empty inside with everything that he's doing. I thought maybe he's alcoholic, and you could sort of see that as a possible vice to put him there, but oftentimes alcohol is a coping mechanism for the actual problem. It's not the problem itself, if that makes sense. It's part of the problem. It's not the only thing that needs to be addressed. Yeah, and then it flashes to the bottle again with the ants. It's empty at first, and then it fills really quickly. And that, to me, is a sign that you're not okay. You're definitely not okay. Whatever you're holding inside and pretending to not feel will eventually bubble over. No matter what it is you do, you try and you try to be okay. You try to hold back whatever feelings, whatever that is, you hold back you hold back who you are. At some point, you're gonna snap. At some point, it's going to bubble over. And that's sort of what this represents, in my opinion. And it does. It does exactly that. It completely bubbles over, and it looks like ink. This made me think that he was either a novelist or a manga artist or some type of writer. And then we get to the chorus. After everything has completely bubbled over, he is throwing these bottles. The lyrics say, the worst. It's the worst. Everything about me is the worst. Damn, that's rough. Probably because of his feelings about where he is in life. There's so many things that could have led him to feel this way. It could even start when you're young. Oftentimes our insecurities and the things that we bring into adulthood and how we work, it all starts from when we're kids and how our parents and people around us interact with us. This guy definitely has very low self-esteem, especially here. He's very depressed. He's not in an okay place. I want that shape of you to remain. Did he lose someone? Maybe a lover? Or possibly even who he used to be? I suppose I'll have to do something about these memories. Oh, is he trying to bury something in the past that he did that he's guilty about? Maybe losing this person, losing a significant other. Maybe they broke up. Maybe it was a venture. Maybe it was work. Maybe it was a coworker, a friend. Whatever it is, there is a blemish in his memories. He doesn't want to think about it. He wants to do something, which more likely than not is get rid of it, try to forget, drown it out with vices. Alcohol is a huge one. The worst. It's the worst. And he even throws the bottle at the camera. I can't help that I felt good. Huh? That I felt good about what? What did he do? Now I'm curious what he did. It's the worst, but these lyrics themselves are. Okay, I went to look up a different translation. As if I'd ever let you become a memory was the first part of the chorus, according to this other translation. That in itself is kind of different from the other, or maybe it's the same. He doesn't want to keep this as a memory. I just wanted to keep you intact. Who's you? Who does he want to keep intact? And then the second part of the chorus is, it's the worst, but I can't help but feel good. Okay, that's the same. These lyrics themselves are just the worst. Huh. Is he a songwriter? Does he feel good about the music? Is that why the music, when you listen to it, it's upbeat and like happy and like, yeah, like you can, you know, groove to it? But when you listen to the lyrics and even watch the video, there's something not right there with this person. And even this imagery looks so creepy. It's creepy and beautiful at the same time. Like the way he's looking, he almost looks dead in a way, but then there's life growing from him. I'm wondering if he's writing these lyrics, these words from his own depression, from his own anxiety, from all the awful things that have happened in his life. And he creates something beautiful from that. But yeah, let's keep going with the song. If my life could end at 27, rock and roll saved me. He's definitely at wit's end, if I'm being honest. I've had thoughts like this in the past. When I was like 14, I thought I wouldn't live past 18. When I was 18, I thought I wouldn't live past 21. When I was 21, I thought I wouldn't live past 28 because I felt like the world didn't need me. I don't know if that's the same feeling that he's going through. And according to the translation, I see it here. This is a reference to the 27 Club, a legend about famous musicians, artists, and actors who all died at age of 27, such as Robert Johnson, Jimi Hendrix, Brian Johns, and Jim Morrison. Dang. The rock and roll scene, I feel like, and even the pop star scene and Hollywood, very toxic. There was a lot of drug abuse, partying too hard, and people dying of overdose, things like that. It's intense, and that's such an interesting reference to make, considering this part. Yo, it looks like he's clasping his hands here, almost like in prayer or pleading. The lyrics go, I'm done thinking so hard about it. And that's him sort of releasing his hands. He's tired of like holding on. He's letting go to reveal a dead insect, an answer surrounding it, and sort of picking at it now. I'm gonna die either way. It accompanies the image because there's this inevitability when it comes to death. This is sort of showing the cycle of life. There's this existential crisis within him where he no longer wants to think too hard, try anymore, because at the end of the day, this is what's gonna happen. And then the lyrics say, I don't need anything, not even you. This is all what he's thinking about. You even see his eye twitch. He's trying to find reasons to not have to struggle anymore. And then we're back to this image that we saw earlier, that painting, but this time there's paper flying everywhere. Maybe this is the journal. Then there's writing and then scribbling it out. There's, yeah, it looks like dates, but I don't know. Oh, that's so interesting. I just realized something. There's this flash of imagery where the colors change to red, and that no longer looks like white erasure. That looks like blood, and it's dripping down. Like he's definitely thinking of ways to let go. It's like just for a brief moment, and then it goes back to this. This is such clever symbolism. Also, this transition looks like ink that's been spilled into water, and it's completely blacking out this image, this painting, as we go into the second verse. The band also slows down, and we start with the second verse. Scene opens up. I believe this is a sink, and the first line of the second verse starts. My heart was pounding. The more I laughed, the more my throat grew dry. Oh, This sounds like he's not actually like laughing out of joy. There's a nervous tick that some people get where you laugh when you're nervous. And there's also a self-defense mechanism that can be triggered when you feel like you're going insane. When you're on the edge, all you can do is like laugh. So he's laughing at his horrible circumstances and his throat is just getting dry. Also, now that it's zooming out, I'm realizing that the dripping is from the ink that has spilled from the ink bottle. When I sold my heart off for the first time. Oh, is he talking about to a lover? To someone he trusted? He gave his heart, his soul. Maybe it might even be his career. People that should have been trustworthy that eventually broke him. When it completely zooms out, there's no ink bottle, but there's all types of empty bottles here now. Broken. Very reminiscent of the plastic bag that he was carrying that was full of bottles. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there are places where you can go and pay money to just smash things and break things to sort of let off some steam so you don't break things otherwise. It's a controlled environment. This space is slowly becoming his sort of smash rage room. Chest pain, pride, none of it mattered to me anymore because he lost it after he sold off his heart for the first time. Maybe not even the first time. I feel like the first time it's broken, you lose a little bit of faith. And then it gets broken again, and then you lose a little bit of faith. The more broken it becomes, the less empathetic you become as well. You no longer care or want to care because caring brought you and brought your emotions to where you're at. This is thanks to bottling it up in the very beginning. It's exploded, it's overflowed. We also get the first glimpse of the guitar in the corner as well. I saw that and I was like, oh, is he a musician? I didn't say it out loud because I wanted to listen to the song, but yeah, he ends up smashing it. I just bowed my head down even to those I didn't like. Oh, he just lets it happen now. This slide reminds me of office work. People who work in corporate jobs where they have superiors who are, or bosses that are kind of crappy and mean and bullies, and you have colleagues that sort of pick on you or don't like you for no reason, and you just have to. I feel like this is very prevalent in Japan specifically because hierarchy is such a big thing. Like, looking up to your senpais, seniority is such a big thing over there. Like, no matter if you think someone above you is wrong, you don't point it out. You know what I mean? Constantly bowing your head and just taking it. And that's sort of what he feels like. He feels like he's drowning. Yeah, this imagery, he's upside down. He's collapsing on the inside. And it's finally manifesting outside because he can't take it anymore. It overflowed. And he's writing in his journal again. That certain August, I strode across the scenery of the old days. Huh. Did he go back to his places of childhood? Like his school and places that he's been to in the past, maybe? Past the street vendors in Stockholm, Kiruna, and the cobbled streets of Gamla Stan. I wonder where these places are. You're the only thing I shut away within my heart. Yeah, he walked through all of these places before, didn't feel a thing. But you, this one person from his past, he locked away. He had to lock away because he didn't want to feel whatever happened before. He didn't want those feelings to emerge again. Yeah, for a split second, he becomes Scribbles. This is how he feels like his mind is. He's a mess. Even the blue of the sky was just my imagination. So he's realizing that the sky represents freedom, happiness, joy from the moments with whoever this was that he locked away in his heart. All of that was fake because this person broke his heart, made him depressed this way. What he thought was reality really wasn't. As an example, maybe he thought he was loved and this was a mutual love, but he was being cheated on. So the love that he thought was there was fake. It was all one-sided. So instead of just plain writing that in the song, it's very poetic to say that even the sky was my imagination, if that makes sense. I was smiling, keeping a smile on my face. It almost sounds like he's mocking his old self, smiling under that sky, which was actually his imagination. His sky wasn't blue. You can even see the sepia tones here. There's no blue. It's not happy. It's losing its color. And just as the band starts to get a little chaotic, very jazzy with it, the animation does so as well with the outline of the character. He becomes scribbles. He's a mess. It's almost like he's being erased. And that represents his tipping point. It's like it was building inside of him. The scribbles. It was a flash before, but now it's started to build up. No longer an ink bottle, it's his entire body. And it's manifesting in scribbled lines. And we get to the chorus. And this is the part where he takes his guitar and smashes it. It's the worst. It's so arrogant. You and everyone else are just greedy. Ooh, it really makes me wonder what happened in his story. Or what these people did to him. Because just using my imagination, I can see this in an office setting where his colleagues sort of turned their back on him and betrayed him, made him the scapegoat, and were bullying him and like snickering behind his back, saying mean things about him and laughing at him. You know what I mean? Oh, maybe they stepped on him to get ahead and they left him behind. Dramatic songs and love, come on, they can't help being ridiculous. He no longer believes in love, and he's thinking that even love songs are like propaganda. They're not real. He doesn't believe in love. This makes me think that it was a significant other that betrayed him. Someone he was really close to betrayed him in a way that he didn't think he would be betrayed. Like maybe everyone else in the world thought this way of him except this one person. And then he found out that this person thinks the same way. That's devastating to find out, you know? I knew it. That your life, it was your own. Maybe she just left him. Maybe he wanted something more. And whoever this person was said, I can't do that. I can't be there for you anymore. And walked out. No matter how much I scream out that it's the worst. Yeah, there's nothing that you can do to stop someone else from going, because it is their life, right? And even if it's the worst for you, it might be the best decision for them. It's hard to say, considering that I don't know what happened to this character, you know? And then we get to the bridge where he's holding up the ink bottle again. This one looks a bit smaller, and it looks half full, and the lyrics go, that's right, it has to be. That rock and roll is playing in that other world. Oh, he's talking about the afterlife. That's why it's so enticing. I wonder if this bottle is meant to symbolize poison also. He's trying to justify his feelings. He's trying to justify why these musicians, these artists, these incredible people died at 27. And he's using that as an excuse to want that for himself. It almost looks like water, and his hand is submerging itself, maybe jumping into the water, wanting to drown. Where hymns and stuff aren't all that popular. I feel like the word hymns versus rock and roll. Hymns represent society and what's normal. That's not jiving with him. And so this is more of an excuse to want to go towards rock and roll. The lyrics continue, because after all, there's no such thing as God. It's almost like he's bargaining. He's trying to find reasons to justify himself. People say, if there is a God in this world, why is there suffering? You know? And that's sort of what he's saying here. And then the lyrics sort of list these things. Sins, mistakes, crimes, suicides, wars, minorities. And in the video, he goes from holding up his hand to it falling to the floor. You realize that he's lying down. And you can see how brittle his nails are. and there is an ant on his middle finger. This is the part that reminded me of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Hagani no Renkin Jitsushi. There is an episode where Edward Elric sort of has this revelation as a child, starving, that all is one is all is me sort of scenario, the cycle of life, and he notices it because of an ant. It's even this exact sort of angle as well, him looking at the ant on his finger and realizing how small he is in the world. There's this whole cycle of life that keeps the world going, and we're all part of that cycle. Humans are part of that cycle. And I feel like for this song, he's looking at the ant and being like, I'm just this tiny part of life, and if I go away, life continues on, essentially. Unfortunately, it's not the happiest revelation in this scenario compared to Full Metal Alchemist. It's like looking at the same concept, but on a coin. It's like looking at the same concept, but on a coin. There's one concept, one person will view it from one side, and the other will view it from a different perspective, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm rambling. And it's almost like after that sequence, we have this beautiful piano, and it's almost like the main character reaches this weird sense of calm, almost accepting, like right here. He's actually standing tall, looking forward, but in the opposite direction of where he was facing at the beginning of the video. But then, in a split second, the music changes, and in the video, he is submerged underwater. It's like a moment of clarity, and then back in. Submerged. And we get back to the chorus. This is the worst. It's the worst. It was so arrogant to part from you. Was he the one who walked away? Did he think that maybe he could get through this on his own? And realized really quick that it wasn't going anywhere. I just want to nod along to everything you say, but that'd be the same as deceiving you, Elma. Ooh, so this is the name of the person that he's talking about that broke him. He's acknowledging that he really wants to stay with her. He wants to stay and just be okay with agreeing and saying yes to everything that this Elma wants. But he couldn't, because he'd not only be lying to himself, but also to Elma. And he couldn't do that. So he feels like leaving was arrogant, but it was something that he had to do. Yeah, whatever happened between them messed him up. It's the worst. It's the worst. I can't help cherishing it. I want to mourn myself on a dramatic night. I want to mourn myself on a dramatic night. And then showing this. And then the drums go off, and it's just flashes of all of the bottles that have been broken, probably symbolizing how broken he is. He's completely shattered. He's saying this, and we actually get this animated of him saying these words. It's the worst. It's the worst. Words are just redundant. Oh, that's interesting. I just realized when it says words are just redundant, he didn't finish the sentence. He sort of like started it and then cut himself off halfway and just like bit his lip because words don't matter anymore. Yeah, he's gone absolutely crazy. He's kicking everything. Your life is my moonlight. Was Elma his muse or something? As if I'd let you say that's something ordinary. Whoever Elma was everything to him. And then the chorus continues. It's the worst, it's the worst. I can't help being laughed at. He knows that he's making a fool out of himself. He is not okay. These lyrics that are no more than meaningless sounds are the worst. Here he looks way worse than he did at the beginning of the video. There's even an ant on him, I just realized. If my life could end at 27, then rock and roll saved me. Damn. If my life could end at 27, then rock and roll saved me. It's back to that reference of the artists and people who died at 27. And he has like a hole straight through his head here. And even showing him looking at the bottle, the ink bottle, the poison bottle. Like, he's having these thoughts. These thoughts are like the forefront of his mind. I'm done thinking so hard about it. I'm gonna die either way. He feels like he's done. And this last part is kind of heartbreaking. It's almost like defeat, sort of accepting and just being like, the present, love, just sort of listing these things. The past, dreams, memories, humming, faint eyes, the night mists, kindness, suffering, flower sepals, melancholy, that summer, this song. And he's talking about literally everything in life. And you can see as the entire world sort of deconstructs, everything is becoming less detailed. He no longer cares about the detail. That's it. He's done. Hypocrisy, the night wind, lies, you, me, the blue sky. I don't need anything. Damn. And even the way that Suis sings this part, it starts off kind of defeated, and then it goes on to continue listing these things with more fervor and more like kindness, suffering, just all of these things. It doesn't matter. I don't need it. And there's no closure as to what happened. We're left open-ended in the video. It's up to our imaginations to see if he went through with it or not. The song is deep and harsh and painful. So the title, Hachigatsu, August. This is the month that this happened. A certain place, where it happened, the time, Moonlight. It's crazy because the song, when you listen to it, you would not think that that's what this song was conveying at all. But then you listen to the lyrics and you look at the music video. It's so beautifully tragic in its artistry that you can't help but feel something. Holy crap. Wow. All right, guys. I had so much to say about that video. What a first video of 2026. Yorushika, man, and Buna with these lyrics. Holy crap. Such an incredible songwriter. I would love to know your thoughts on the video. What are your interpretations on the song itself? And yeah, I hope you had a wonderful new year. I'm hoping the next song, lyric-wise, will be a little more happy. But yeah, I'm gonna go lie down and cry. Alright, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget that no matter how it is you are feeling, you are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. You are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Alright, everyone. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.